Wahoo! It is kind of loud. No, it's not, I guess. Is it loud? Oh, now it's a little loud. Y'all let me know if I need to adjust any volumes. It is a big pointer. I like it. Okay, so this is pretty much the same what we saw in the demo. There are a lot of options, which is really nice. Type E. Oh, a graphical inventory or a text-based. Ooh, maybe graphical. Press and hold arrow keys to move. Yeah, mouse click to walk if we want. Sure. Visual cue for notes. Text box display delay. Wonder why you would want that. I'm not gonna open the hint book. But I am gonna do the tutorial just for fun. We don't need the tutorial, but I want to look at it. Does it have achievements? Oh, snap. Welcome to the tutorial room. My name is Nancy Maple. I'll be showing you some of the basics of playing a text parser adventure game. Oh, I think I know what it means. Oh, I might actually want that. Maybe? Maybe not. With the delay, I wonder if it means like it delaying before it proceeds to the next text box unless you click. Maybe? I don't know. Follow the tab. Now it's not going until I click, so maybe I'm backwards. Follow text prompts at the bottom of the screen to progress through the tutorial. When you first enter a room, it's useful to start by typing look. Just start typing on your keyboard as you normally would. Yeah, so there's a lovely big cursor, all this cool stuff. To exit the tutorial, type open door and walk out with arrow keys or click the mouse in the doorway. This is cool. You see a cupboard and a green door. There's the other characters in the room. Jack is here. Look, Jack. Look, man. Look, person. Well done! Yay! Maybe I'll get a tutorial achievement. Jack is a tall, lean man with a shiny bald head. He is Mr. Richards' employee and is in charge of cooking, cleaning, gardening, and myriad other tasks the lodge might require. He's weary, but still seems to be in decent spirits. Jack is somewhere in his 40s. I like the music. He's here to help with the tutorial. Yay! How do you do? Jack's well done. Looking at characters at different points in the game may give you additional information. Try talk to Jack and see what he has to say. Hello, Jack. My name's Nancy Maple. Nice to meet you, Nancy. You can ask me about this tutorial. Ooh. Hi, Dan the Man. My pleasure. I've been so excited. The default movement method is to click to walk, shown by the 2 footprint icon. The blue in the upper left corner of the icon indicates what the target spot is. That's so nice. There have been so many times that I've played a point and click and you're just like, where is it? Or you can use the arrow keys to move around the screen. You can also ask me about inventory. You can access your inventory by typing inv or I into the text. From what I remember from the demo also, this has a lot of really good shortcuts like that, like I. Or tab, nice. The cursor will change to an I. Click the I and the items in your inventory to look at them. An issue of the Toronto Eye from a few weeks ago. Click the gray loop icon at the bottom of the inventory window. The cursor will become a loop. You can examine some of your inventory items more closely by using the loop. It's like a magnifying glass. You admire the minute dots that comprise the newspaper photograph of a round cut diamond. The natural diamond described in that article would be an octahedron, not a faceted specimen. So many good words already. What an embarrassing inaccuracy. You can close the inventory window by pressing tab, the escape key, or enter. You can also examine objects in a room by using the loop. Type examine the cupboard. Or if I can, oh god. We haven't played. Well, I guess, was Space Quest 1 text parsing? It was, wasn't it? 1 and 2 maybe? It hasn't been that long. I feel like I'm out of typing practice. The cupboard is made of a lovely fine-grained wood, though it's seen better days. Most furniture won't be that interesting to examine. This is just an example. If you're not sure what to do next, you can check your notebook. Later, Gator. See you later, Jack. Good luck. The notebook can be helpful if you get stuck. I'll tell you what you need to do next to progress through the game. It'll tell you. Be careful, if you simply follow the notebook's prompts, you might miss important details. The notebook will be displayed if you type note or in. To flip through the notebook pages, click the green up and down tabs or use the arrow keys on your keyboard. You can close the notebook by clicking the X button, the escape key, or enter. Thanks so much, Jack. You can also ask me about that cupboard over there. It's a very interesting cupboard. 1 through 3 are all text parsers, okay. But there's an official Sierra point and click VGA version of one. I've heard of that one. There's a lot of like VGA remakes that I want to check out. Someday. Once we're done with Space Quest, maybe not immediately, but we'll turn around and go back to King's Quest. That's been a hot minute. You can open the cupboard by typing open cupboard. If you type open door, it'll open the green door, not the cupboard door. Sometimes there'll be more than one cupboard, in which case you might have to walk close to the cupboard you want to open. You open it. My hat! Looks like there's something inside the cupboard. If you look cupboard, the game will tell you what it looks like. If you look in cupboard, the game will tell you what's inside the cupboard. Search cupboard also works. See a green hat in the cupboard. That's my green hat. Try take hat. You take the green hat. Congratulations, you've completed the tutorial. Open door to leave this tutorial. Yay! I did get an achievement. Yay! I hope you found it helpful. That's such a good idea. Open the door and walk out to leave. Thanks for playing the tutorial. Hope it was helpful. This tutorial has covered the most commonly used parser commands, but there are more to discover. Feel free to experiment. Aww. If you're ready to leave the tutorial, either use the arrow keys to walk through the door or click feet icon to the right of the open doorway. I'm gonna use my arrow keys. Some of the early Sierra ones weren't all that great. That is a good tutorial. Alright, now we're ready. Let's go. Crimson, Ontario, 1914. Ontario, Canada. The original kernels requested at the rate of 6 parser and often felt a bit rushed. I could see that. I was always impressed with how much Zork could handle. You could do so many things in Zork. Fish. That's not part of a fish. The Royal Canadian Museum, Toronto, Ontario. It looks so good. I'm remembering the demo. There you are, Nancy. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Far up north, a fisherman found a massive diamond in the belly of a fish. This could be a real boon for our mineralogy exhibit. We need something better than those dilettantes over in geology, and I remember learning that word. I want our exhibit to be the talk of the town. It's too bad that we can't spare anyone to head up to the middle of nowhere on such a long shot. You could spare me? Let me go, Professor Plummer. It would be perfect. Everyone else is busy with the new exhibits. Well, I've just been learning the filing system. That could wait a day or two, couldn't it? I'm not usually in the habit of sending unsupervised young ladies into less civilized regions, but as luck would have it, the discovery was made near a lodge where I'm sure you could stay while you conduct your fieldwork. You win, Nancy. Get on home, pack your bags, and catch the train up north. Hooray! Thanks so much, Professor. That sounds way more fun than filing. Bye, cat. If you find something that can make a big splash at the museum, who knows? Maybe the university will finally accept you as a mineralogy student. Those jerks. Good luck, kiddo. I won't let you down. A few hours later. I like these transitions. Here's my train. Choo-choo! Wow. This is it, my first time out of the city. I'm going to make the most of this trip. I can't wait to see the rocks of Northern Ontario. Goodbye, big city. Hello, adventure. I'm glad we have our hat on. I bet it is a life-changing experience. The graphics look great. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Excuse me, is the seat taken? Not at all, please have a seat. Thanks. My name is Kimi Kishiro. Where are you headed? Pleased to meet you, I'm Nancy Maple. I'm bound for a town called Crimson. Oh my, you've got some hours yet. I should know, because that's where I'm going. I'm a clerk from the Royal Canadian Museum. My boss sent me to check out the diamond claim up there. I hadn't heard of that discovery, then again, I don't pay much attention to the news. It's a very strange story. Up by Crimson, a fish swallowed a huge diamond. A fisherman caught it. Sliced it open, and there it was, this spectacular, sparkling gem. Can you imagine? I jumped at the chance to investigate. This is my first time out of the city. I couldn't be more excited. Where will you be staying when we get to Crimson? A place called Crimson Lodge. I'm staying at Crimson Lodge. I'm a bird watcher. I hear there are nesting colonies of cormorants up there. That's what I want to see. And I wouldn't mind seeing the Sulaks while I'm in the area. I'd love to see the big ships up close. Wonderful, we can be traveling companions. I'd very much like that. You and Kimmy chat amiably for a while. As the day wears on, the rhythm of the train moving over the tracks and the monotony of the scenery lulls you into a deep sleep. The conductor announces, Crimson, this stop. Nancy, Nancy, it's time to go. Ah, thanks. My luggage. Dang, it's not here. There's no luggage left at all. My field kit's in there. What am I going to do? The train will be leaving soon. Nancy, we have to leave now. Now. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Ah! Didn't we learn from last time, right? Ah, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I had no idea anyone else was still on the train. Hello there. Not the luggage. It's always the dang luggage. Hi, lady. Hello. I didn't notice you in the train. Isn't that funny? Not really. I was in the first class car. I'm here to see the nesting cormorants. Is that why you're here? Cormorant? Is that a type of rodent? Jack. Excuse me, folks. But I was sent to pick up just one person from the station tonight, Mr. Albert Respa. A European fellow, expert mineralogist on assignment, hired by the federal government on loan from Antwerp. I wasn't told he'd be bringing any secretaries, wives, girlfriends. Excuse me. I'm sorry for the confusion, sir. Jack. I'm sorry for the confusion, Jack, but we don't know this man at all. My name is Nancy Maple, and my friend here is Kimi Kishiro. About losing your luggage while traveling, it's so stressful. Hi, MJ. And what will happen once the release date makes it retro? Oh, retro. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, I can't think about that. I was sent from the Royal Canadian Museum to investigate the diamond claim up by Crimson Lodge, and I'm here to see the nesting cormorants. We're both here to stay at the lodge and go about our business. Do you know which way it is from here? I surely know where it is because that's where I drove out from. But I'm sorry to tell you, ladies, the lodge has been closed to the public for months. You didn't hear? My boss, Mr. Richards, he's getting on. He's done with the lodging business. All he wants is peace and quiet, but then the whole diamond fiasco starts up. Folks all up in arms. He's not pleased at all, I can tell you. This gentleman is here on the government's orders. Mr. Richards can't do much about that. But you two... Well, that's unfortunate, but you only have yourselves to blame for being uninformed. Let's be off, Jack. Good evening, ladies. The thing is, ain't no one's coming by here at this time of night, and the nearest accommodation is the lodge, which is a few hours away by automobile, even still. Look here, I'll drive you ladies up to the lodge for the night. Tomorrow morning, I'll bring you back here so you can catch the train. As it is, Mr. Richards is going to be peeved about hosting unexpected guests. I mean, even more than he already is. His sister's come up from the city to stake her claim, and she brought a lawyer to boot. Come along now. This asshole. Sure, I'll get those for you. I traveled light, so... Sir, your trunks arrived a few days ago. Boy, they sure are heavy. Ah, yes, of course. My, it sure gets dark here at night. Lucky for you, I've made this trip many times. Used to be folks would come out here in the summers for recreation. And before my time, settlers came to this area in hopes of building lives for themselves. But once the mines were used up, there wasn't much reason for them to stay. The soil ain't that good. Have you seen any cormorants? I'm hoping to see some. Yeah, they nest up on the cliffside. Stay away, though. They don't like being disturbed, particularly during nesting season, which happens to be right now. If you're so wild about birds, I'd let them alone. You do more harm than good. Besides, tomorrow morning I'll be taking you right back to the train station. You won't have any time to go looking for them. Have any other diamonds been found around the lodge? First of all, no way to know if that rock even came from around here. I've lived in this area for years and ain't never seen any diamonds, so I know for a fact that it didn't come from these parts. They say that man cut it out of the belly of a fish. That diamond could have come from anywhere upstream. You folks are wasting your time. Sorry to say, who cares about shiny rocks anyway? No use to anybody. We shall see about that. Your travel-weary companions resist your attempts at chit-chat. It seems that Kimmy and Albert have fallen asleep, although in the almost complete darkness, it's hard to tell. It's impossible for Jack to hear you from the back seat above the cacophony of the engine and the automobile rattling over the rough country road. You decide it would be best not to distract him anyway. Here we are. Wow, it's spectacular. You know what? I almost don't mind having more bodies in the lodge. Feels not so empty. Referring to us as bodies? Feels like old times. Make yourself at home while you're here. Thanks, Jack. Welcome to Crimson Lodge. I'm going to my room. You already know where it is. Miss Kishiro, Miss Maple, your bedroom is upstairs at the end of the hall on the right. The bedroom across the hall from you, that's Mr. Richards' suite. Try to keep quiet and stay out of his way, won't you? He shares the suite with Margot, his lady friend. She's his lady friend. I'm in the bedroom right next to yours, along with Mr. Shaw. Albert demanded the use of my bedroom, so that's where he is. Don't know why he was so insistent, but the customer is always right, eh? Huh. That's the smallest bedroom and wasn't really meant for guests. Nessa's room is across the hall from Albert's. I'd stay away from her if I was you. After I get this luggage upstairs, I'm gonna start up some supper. Wouldn't do to have you all starve, eh? Why don't you explore the lodge a little? Talk to the other folks. Most important, stay out of my hair. I'm a busy man. Not literally, of course. Oh, and of course you want to shower. If you want to shower tonight, use the upstairs bathroom near the stairs. It's very pink, you can't miss it. Oh, we're gonna visit that bathroom. That sounded weird, but I remember the demo. I played. Wonder if Nat's still here. How many places do I gotta set at the table tonight? You and Gimme head upstairs to your bedroom. You don't have any luggage to unpack, but you hang your hat and coat on the footboard of your bed and consider yourself settled in. Yeah, we did. Very a la Colonel's Bequest. To move Nancy, you can click the feet icon on your target destination. Or you can use the arrow keys to move. I should talk to everyone and get to know them a little before dinner. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely gonna save a lot. When you have lots of notes, click the arrow buttons or press the arrow keys to scroll through them. Essential objectives have asterisks. Type review at any time to check your current goals. Seeing as I've lost my luggage, I don't have much to amuse myself with before dinner. Perhaps if I take a look around, time will pass a bit faster. I don't want time to pass. It's so stressful. Game has auto-saved. Very nice. There we go. I'm still going to save because that's just the type of person I am. I'm too afeared. All right. I've never been to a place like this before. I'm excited to explore, and I love meeting new people. Yes, you are the inquisitive type, aren't you? Jack did invite you to introduce yourself to everyone else, after all. It's only polite. I most certainly am. Would you like to join me? No thanks, Nancy. I'm exhausted. That bumpy ride from the train station has left me a bit frazzled. I'm looking forward to some peace and quiet before dinner. I did once and never again. Never know, you know? One more thing. While you were asleep, Jack mentioned some old lodge brochures stored in the curio cabinets drawers. They were meant for guests back. I struggled with that for some reason. They were meant for guests back when the lodge was used as an inn. Even though we may not stay long, he said we're welcome to take them as keepsakes. Thanks, Kimmy. Awesome. Now that you've talked to Kimmy, it's marked with an X in your notebook. Dunzo. Just a heads up, this part of the story, there's one thing you might miss in chapter 1. For the rest, I do not know. There's one thing I might miss in chapter 1. I'm trying to remember if I missed anything. Well, it could be totally different from the demo at this point. Yeah, I'll do my best to be thorough. And I'll make a lot of saves so we can go back. A pair of twin beds and matching nightstands are set against the east wall. Kimmy has claimed the bed closest to the fireplace, a clever move on her part, as summer nights are still chilly this far north. A door in the west wall leads back to the upstairs hallway. Kimmy is here. 2 twin beds in this room with matching quilted covers. Your coat and hat are hanging on the footboard of one of the beds. Can I get my hat? You take your green felt hat. You never know. Do I want my coat too? You never know. Fine. Look, nightstand? There's a small lamp on this nightstand. It might be too far away. Oh, yeah, okay, going to that one. You open it. The curio drawer is stuffed with old brochures back from when the lodge was still being run as an inn. Fake bro... I don't think I've ever typed the word brochures. Okay. You pick up one of the lodge brochures. You can also ask characters about different topics. Try asking me about brochure, or just ask about brochure. I like brochures of places I visited. It was nice of Jack to offer the lodge brochures to us. Though I wonder if he's just trying to get rid of them, as the lodge is no longer in business as an inn. A map? A map? Did we have a map before? Ooh. If we did, I completely missed it. She doesn't look like bacon. She looks adorable. But who doesn't love bacon anyways? What was I just about to do? Save? Can I? Yeah. What? Alright. I don't know what the fuck that means, but bye. Oh, that they don't love bacon. Oh no, I misunderstood. Still totally probably worth a timeout, but whoops. I may have clicked the wrong button. Hold on, I'll fix it. Yeah. All I read was Muslims and Jews, and that just made me instant not think that that was going to be a nice comment. Welp. Well, okay, that's fine. I can fix it later. Anyways, let's look at the fireplace. The fieldstone fireplace looks like it would come in handy on chilly nights. There's a fireplace tool stand next to it. There is some powdery soot accumulating in the fireplace. Look, stand. Can I get any of those? Shovels needed for a proper care and maintenance of the fireplace. Poker might poke through your pocket and puncture your leg. Look, soot. Can I move the soot? Let's look at this picture. A triptych of small woodcuts on colored paper hang in silver frames. A black and white photograph of a mountain hangs over the fireplace. That achieves little effect. Alright, we could probably leave soon. Type help or H to open the help window. There's a list of parser shortcuts to simplify using the parser. For example, OD means open door. Like that. Like, that's so handy. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I can't be thinking about speedruns already. It's too soon. Too soon. Too soon. This is the northern end of the upstairs hallway. The door to the west leads to the master bedroom. The door to the east leads to the room you share with Kimmy. An impressive oil painting is mounted here. The upstairs hallway continues to the south. A masterful oil painting is framed and hung at the end of the upstairs hallway. The plaque reads L. Harris. I did save before we, yeah. Press escape or move the mouse cursor to the top of the screen to open the main menu. For more options, you can save and load your game, adjust the game speed, and more. Nice dithering. Hey, Jeevan. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Oh, shoot. Alright, hold on. Okay, let's look in this room and then we're not going to take a break, but I need to pause for like 2 seconds. This is the bedroom Jack is sharing with Corvus. Judging from the crate haphazardly filled with clothes, Jack didn't get much notice regarding this new living arrangement. There was a large dresser set against the back wall containing many small drawers. There's a pitcher and a drinking glass on top. You also see a low coffee table, a writing desk, bookcase, plush armchair, and a pair of beds. A door in the west wall leads back to the upstairs hallway. Okay, let me save. And I'll be back in just a few minutes. Sorry. 2 seconds. Okay, sorry about that. Back to it. Okay, so all we've done literally in this room is look, right? That's right. That's right. I'm gonna look in that trash can. There isn't anything in this waste paper basket. Yeah, the cat painting's great. Oil paintings are hung over the 2 beds in this room. One features a majestic mountain range and the other depicts a tuxedo cat lying on grass surrounded by flowers. That cat reminds me of the sweetest stray I've ever met, a tuxedo cat just like that. Look, briefcase? Look, bed? Is it? I was kind of wondering, since there was a cat here, the little comment about the sweetest cat they ever met, and then a cat also in the in her office at the beginning of the game. 2 single beds are set up in opposite corners of the room. There's a leather satchel on this bed. Look, satchel. The satchel looks like the type used to carry important documents. Corvus's satchel is locked. A handsome walnut dresser with 6 drawers and a mirror. Open one of the 6 drawers. All of them. There we go. Oh, I forgot there are reflections too. So good. After searching through all the drawers, you find moth-eaten socks, loose buttons, single shoelaces, and other assorted bric-a-brac. Nothing too interesting in there. So nosy, yeah. Look, shoes. There are a pair of brown leather Oxfords by the bed on the right. Can I look under the bed? The bed is so neatly made, you can't think of a good reason to alter its current state. Look. Laundry? Look. blotter. The leather blotter is dyed a brilliant green. Nothing under the blotter. Damn. Look, desk. Can I take a pencil? Never like getting smudges on your hands. Did it have reflections too, but not on all the mirrors? Look, bookcase. Bookshelf. You know those kinds of books you see in bed and breakfast that are here for they're for decoration and seem completely uninteresting? These are those kinds of books. Well, I am completely uninterested. Water glass and pitcher set on the dresser. Do I want some water? Have you ever awoken in the night with a fierce thirst? It would be monstrous to take the pitcher or glass. I'm sure there are plenty of drinking glasses elsewhere. Maybe I should try the kitchen. Good, because I'm probably gonna need to eavesdrop. I'm just that type of gal. Type INV or I or the tab button to open your inventory window. You can look at and examine your inventory in this window. I guess we haven't even looked at our inventory. What do we got? What do we got? Our lucky mineralist's loop, engraved with your name and attached to a handy lanyard. Great for getting a closer look at things. An issue of the Toronto Eye from a few weeks ago. My notes. My green felt hat. My trusty gray wool coat. And our cool map. Your wool coat is a bit threadbare, but it was your mom's and it's your safety blanket. Do we have... Oh. Your hat looks pretty good considering you got it secondhand. Don't need to look at the map. Don't need to look at that. We already looked at that, and we don't need... Okay. Oh, was that it? Yeah. Okie doke. I should be more polite. Get no response. This is a pretty large bedroom. There's a love seat and an armchair arranged around a low table. There's a wardrobe, dresser, and painted cupboard. A door in the east wall leads back to the upstairs hallway. I like this cupboard. Or dresser, whatever this piece of furniture is. The dresser features a mirror. Okay, that's the dresser. A left cupboard, a right cupboard, and a top and bottom drawer. There's a desk lamp and a jewelry box sitting on the dresser top. Look. The large wardrobe has panel doors and a drawer in the bottom for additional storage. Love seat, armchair, wardrobe. The large wardrobe has paneled doors and a drawer. No, look. Dresser and a painted cupboard. Look, cupboard. I know furniture. The cupboard is painted with pleasant floral patterns. The 3 drawers have cute round pulls. You open the drawers. They're empty. Doing some mega snooping. I'm probably wasting a lot of time. Painted cupboard is currently empty. You wonder if Nessa's been too preoccupied to unpack. Open wardrobe. Look in wardrobe. Wardrobe is empty. You suppose Nessa... Okay. Couldn't tell if there was something at the top. Open drawer. It's gonna say the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe Nessa prefers to live out of her suitcase. The jewelry box is made of fine wood and has a brass lock. So probably not openable. That'll little effect. Bah. Hey, Glimpty. A new whodunit. Yep. They should have locked their door, true. Open dresser door. Don't know if I'll be able to open those. Look in waste basket. Nothing. An overstuffed green striped love seat in a purple armchair. Bed has 2 nice fluffy pillows. What about the couch pillows? Herm. Alright. Alright. Leaving everybody's door open. Maybe I should close it. Can I, wait, that might have just told me. What does the backslash key do? Oh, changes. Oh, pauses. That's nice. Oh, I like that. I was wondering if I could do a recurring... What is that? F... I'm scared to type. Let me save first. Yeah, F3. Okay, that must be the staircase. The upstairs closet is where Jack stores the bedding, towels, and cleaning implements. Some spare furniture is stored here, too. You see a huge wardrobe, a green trunk, and a blue trunk. A door in the east wall leads back to the upstairs hallway. Look. Shelves? One shelf stands at the back wall, full of battered books. Another shelf is by the door and holds linen and towels. A mop and a metal bucket stands in a corner. I want to look in that bucket. Me. Look, paint. The paint cans hold red paint and purple paint. Specifically. Hi, Eric. Happy Thursday. Look. The blue steamer trunk is worn, dusty, and has a large crack in one of its corners. Blue trunk is a bit battered. Looks like it has survived an overseas voyage or two. Blue trunk is locked. Green trunk. The green trunk still looks sturdy. And some pesto pasta for breakfast. Huh. Though it looks like it's seen better days, the green trunk is locked. Look, wardrobe. The enormous wooden wardrobe has paneled doors and brass pulls. It's a weathered, sun-bleached piece of furniture. Not door. Open. You open it. The wardrobe is full of dusty, cobwebby old junk. There's a cane, a blanket, an old lamp, and some books. Take cane. We decided to leave the cane for someone who would need it. Don't want the moth-eaten blanket. All these books have water damage, broken spines, and loose pages. Was that all that was in there? An old lamp. No, I want that lamp. Give me the lamp. Give me the lamp. Better leave it where it is. Damn. Still traveling light, huh? Nancy almost said Laura. Closed door. Look. Bookshelf. Little bookshelf is full of not very interesting books. Sorry, bookshelf. There's a lot of books in this house that are not very interesting. Other handy keyboard shortcuts are Control plus A for ask about, Control plus T for talk, L for look, E for examine. WWE will walk you to the east exit. If it exists, if there's an open door, you will walk through it. I think this is the bathroom. Welp. God, those walls are so good. And the freaking, like, absinthe style, I feel like. Portrait on the wall. Absinthe ad. That's what it makes me think of. Well, I added a T there. Well, let's close the door. We gotta flush the toilet if we can. Just to make sure. Can't look in there. Nothing in the trash can. Can I open, let's check out the drugs. Cupboard? They're in a septic tank. Oh no. The medicine cabinet is brightly polished brass with a mirrored front. The medicine cabinet contains the usual remedies you'd expect to find: Dr. Kilmer's swamp root, Mayer's system regulator, and tonic red cloverine pills, a bottle of catarrh remedy, and Beecham's patent pills. What is catarrh? A buildup of mucus in your airways. Oh, so like every day of my life. It usually affects the back of the nose, the throat, or the sinuses. It's often temporary, but some people experience it for months or years. This is known as chronic catarrh. I have learned something. I'm always learning something new with this game, I swear. Poop. I don't know if it'll let me do that. Use toilet. It's gonna be like, this isn't a Leisure Suit Larry game. Do I want to get any of that? Get medicine? Not get. All of the medicines appear to be old and expired. Classic. Choose little effect. So allergies? Yeah. Okay, what did I do wrong? Oh god, it heard me. It knew. The towels are pink with 2 green stripes running near the bottom. They look clean. That's good. Pull the shower valve. That's what I did. I did that, and then I didn't know how to actually start the water. Thank you. Oh shoot, how do I... We talked about this in chat. It was like a method that didn't click in my brain to start the water. Turn. Let's look. Look, shower. Far into the room is a bathtub encircled by bright pink shower curtain. There are bathtub faucets and a shower valve. Turn faucet. Hey, the water starts running. Oh, turn valve. Push the shower valve. Well, now it's take shower. You aren't about to get in the shower with your clothes on. Take. I don't like typing this. Clothes. I think some privacy would be nice. Ah, the game is auto-saved. I love that. You're like, that's like your oh shit moment when the game auto-saves. Excuse me. They usually expire before you can finish. So true. Even if you don't buy in bulk, there's so many that I've had to throw out. It's such a waste. Game is auto-saved, huh? Turn valve. Pull the shower valve. There we go. Take shower. This is fine. I just need to freshen up a little before I meet everyone so they don't think I stink, right? That's probably a good idea. Otherwise, I'd lose points for smelling bad. Oh. It's so brutal. Please be more careful. Stay safe. Death 2 out of 7. There's only 7? Maybe only in this chapter. Are you psycho? You should be more careful. Thanks for playing. Okay, we knew about that one. I'll just load our inventory is gone because of our clothes. Let's load the little green fairy and leave because we didn't get anything, right? Close door. can you lock the door first? Open door. That's a good question. Close door. Lock door? Flush toilet. It's an important part of taking a shower. It's not. That would actually be a really bad idea. Turn faucet. Turn valve. Take shower. Get naked. Locked showers are safe showers. True. Take shower. I feel like I wasted a lot of water. Am I safe? There's no creepy music. Just getting those armpits. Did you hear someone trying to open the bathroom door? Da-na-na. Probably just the sound of the plumbing. Ah, that was refreshing. Fresh and clean. Well done. Am I done? Turn faucet. Get towel. And doom everyone to wet hands? Never. Open curtain slightly just to get your towel. There you go. Nice. Now we're all refreshed. Get dressed and not dead. Huzzah. Crisis averted. It never happened. Open the door. We're not doing a very good job at introducing ourselves. And this one too. God, like I would like hang these on my wall in that form, like the pixelated form. Those are cool. The spare room is brightly decorated and inviting. There's a love seat, a fancy lamp, and some decorative plates. A door in the west wall hangs by. Yes, look, plates. A trio of pretty decorative plates sit on a small curio shelf. The bookshelf contains a set of classic literature, as well as a number of storybooks. There's also a framed photograph. The photograph appears to be of Evan and Nessa's parents, posed in front of the newly built cottage. Who was Evan? Is that the guy who owns the house? Probably. The pale blue love seat is upholstered with a simple floral print. A lovely green rug here with a golden linear pattern. The Art Nouveau, that's the word, yes. Poster is an advertisement for absinthe. Featuring an auburn-haired woman in a sheer robe. Alright, I'm out. Do you want to go out here? Onto the balcony. Feel like I should save. We got a door over there. This is the front western section of the lodge. To the west you can see the carriage house. South of here is the forest. East of here is the lodge's front door. South is the forest. Carriage house is to the west, which would be that way. Okay. The balcony provides a spectacular view of the grounds below. You can move further along the balcony to the west and east. I will. This is the front eastern section of the lodge. A stone path leads east to the orchard. South of here is the forest. West of here is the lodge's front door. Good to know. Can I look in the windows? I can see into the hallway. Ooh. Was that an owl? Little ambiance. I like it. You hesitate to look into this window in case you see something you shouldn't. That's the bathroom with a giant window, but I guess there's nobody out here probably. Notification. Go away. Okay. Look. Owl. No. Open door. Wait. Ladies do not raise their voices unless it's an emergency, of course, or when nobody's listening to them. In those cases, shouting does help. It's good for you every now and again. So hungry, I wish I could OD on some Burger King. Burger King. I haven't had Burger King in a long time. Where do we want to start? That door's open. I think the dining room and stuff are back there. Aha! The mudroom has a tiled floor, making it easier to clean. There's a low basin for washing off boots. There's a wooden storage area with lockers, drawers, baskets, and cubbies for boots. A door to the west leads to the main floor, hallway, and yes, outside. We aren't going to go outside just yet, though. There we go. Can I open this door? Open cabinet? Look. Storage area with lockers, drawers, baskets, and cubbies. Lockers. You open the locker. An old red shirt hanging on the hook of the left locker. Open the door. I feel like we needed to look at the boots, though. There's some heavy shirts or jackets hanging from the hooks. Which boots would you like to look at? The women's boots or the men's boots? The women's boots are quite petite with a small heel. They are made of black leather with rubber soles and appear well used and maintained. Oops. The men's boots are size 12 and have a rubber soles and rounded toe boxes. They're very worn and made of faded brown leather. I wonder if these are Mr. Richards' boots. What about the red shoes? Okay. Basin is low and has a brass spout and faucet. There's a rubber hose attached to the spout, which you presume helps with boot washing. Oops. The right locker contains more old clothes. Close that locker. Look. Right drawer contains some dried mud and part of a broken shoelace. It's half a shoelace, not long enough to be useful. Can I use my handy dandy? No, not pause. The shoelace looks like it wore down over time before it eventually failed. You take a closer look at the men's boots in the right-hand cubby. Thanks to your loupe, you can clearly see the initials ER written on the inside of the boots in small letters above the number 12. These boots belong to Mr. Richards. Rubber soles, too. Ah, you also peer at the men's boots in the left-hand cubby. Ah, there's another pair of boots here that are marked with a J and are also a size 12. Convenient. They must be Jack's boots. They have leather soles. I think I should be writing these things down. Jack. Leather. Richards. Rubber? Guess he likes the Beatles, am I right? Well done. This could be handy information to know later. She probably wrote it down because she's the best, but I wrote it down also. Just doubly written down. Okay. Let's get out of here. Yeah, we did, yeah. The left one. Mm-hmm. It was empty. Sorry, I just learned that we might be getting pickled smoked jalapenos. I'm cool with that. We haven't gone in the open door. Oh, thanks, Nate. Reading all this dialogue, I keep forgetting. I'm not gonna make my 2 o'clock quota. Actually, I might. Listen at door. We've only just arrived, but I can't wait to leave. I've always hated this place. We'll get this whole affair straightened out and be gone in no time. Of course, locating the will would expedite our departure. I told you, I don't even know if there is a will here. That does complicate things, yes. Well, you do your job and I'll do mine. A note. Nessa and Corvus are looking for a will. Where there's a will... Can't knock on the door, okay. We could, but that wouldn't have much for... I don't want to be rude. I'm just gonna barge in. I don't want to be rude, says me, who's literally looked in everyone's drawers already. Shrug. I did, thank you. Yeah. I need more water. The parlor is fussily decorated with elaborate wallpaper and a cushy carpet. A cut crystal bowl of Jordan almonds sits on a low table. There is a fancy pair of armchairs and a camelback sofa. A small bronze sculpture stands on an ornate cupboard. A door in the west wall leads outside the lodge, and a door to the east connects the main floor hallway. You see a stern older woman with gray streaking her brown hair. You see a tall natty man with brown hair and a striped vest. Jordan almonds have a teeth-breakingly hard candy shell. You've always felt they are not worth the effort. These Jordan almonds are piled high in a cut crystal bowl on a fancy coffee table. Makes me feel like that bowl could be interestingly significant, but maybe not. The oil painting depicts a canoe docked on the shore of a lake. While you are no expert, you feel it is quite well done. Statue? The bronze figure is a dancing woman lifting her skirts. She stands on a gray marble base. She's chomping on those almonds. Good evening. My name's Nancy Maple. It's nice to meet you. I'm Nessa Crab, Evan's older sister. What on earth are you doing here? Oh, okay. What on earth are you doing here? Are you another one of Evan's gold-digging girlfriends? Not at all, but I am a diamond-digging mineralogist. At least I hope to be. The government has sent a professional to handle that. Stay out of his way. How are you, Nessa? I'll be happy when I can get back to civilization, reaping the benefits of this incredible windfall. Evan? Is that Evan? No, that's Mr. Ray. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Talk man. Hello, how do you do? My name's Nancy Maple. Hello, Miss Maple. My name is Corvus Shaw. I'm Mrs. Nessa Crab's Nee Richards' lawyer. She is Evan's... Yeah, because that was... Okay. She's Evan's older sister. He gestures to the woman seated on the sofa. I'm here to advise her on the legal implications of this situation. So we talked to Nessa, talked to Corvus. They're looking for a will. Corvus is the lawyer, Nessa is Richards' sister. Evan Richards'. There are 2 matching armchairs and a camelback sofa. I don't think I want to leave the house at all just yet. I'm a little scared to leave the property. Outside of the balcony. I didn't knock, sorry. Waste paper basket in the powder room has been painted purple to match the decor. Purple paint, you say? Look, wallpaper. Wallpaper is starting to peel. It has a close set repeating wave pattern. There isn't anything in there. Oval mirror set in a polished brass frame. Elegant pedestal sink features a flared base. Its brass faucets match the hanging mirror frame. There's a small cupboard in the bathroom, probably for storing bathroom essentials. An angry mustached ghost. The wallpaper? I'm trying to see it. I feel like I'm doing one of those, not the 3DI things, but I used to have one that was like a block of wood that said Jesus, but it took me like years to actually be able to read the word Jesus because it was just the like, I don't even know what that was. It like had like a darker outline of wood instead of the filling of the letters. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways. Look in cupboard. Contains extra rolls of bathroom tissue. Can I get some? Can we TP the place? Time to flush the toilet and save. Hygiene. Oh god, how do you spell hygiene? I think that's right. Okie doke. Okie doke. I feel like I've said that like 100 times today. Before we continue, we're almost done going through all the rooms in the mansion, I think. Or in the lodge. No, wait, I want to do the cool pause. Yeah. I think all that's left is like the study and like the kitchen and the dining room or something, stuff in the back of the house. Which means we're getting kind of close to where we were in the end of the demo. So we're going to take a little break, kind of outside of like talking to people and eating a dinner. Get up, stretch, all that good stuff. And we'll be back shortly. It is paused. Yeah, okay. It just goes away because my cursor comes over here. I'm gonna get some caffeine. BRB. Okay, golly, sorry. Hello, go Dappy, Steve, B, anyone else I missed? Hello, hi, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I needed to mop, and MJ and I had to discuss some things. That makes it sound like we were mad at each other. We had to have a discussion. Thanks. Yeah, oh, good luck with meetings. Social, hello. Happy Thursday. We got all the Majora's Mask music. I didn't realize that until I started to sit down in this chair. I was like, oh, sorry, Nancy. we'll move her. There we go. How was this game? It's great so far. We've pretty much only done stuff that we did in the demo, but it's still great and cool to see how far it's come since even the demo. Big recommend though, if you're into this kind of game, even if you're not into this kind of game, check it out. It's on sale right now. I'm frying wings tonight. I'm excited. Yeah, MJ and I are having his daughter over to eat. We have like all of the hot ones, not the most recent season, but occasionally we do a semi-hot ones challenge. And I'm not gonna lie, I make a pretty good fried wing. So I'm excited. Yeah, my gut is not going to be happy with me tonight or tomorrow, but my capsaicin fueled endorphins will be. I do unbreaded. Well, no, I do unbreaded technically, I guess. Oh, it's kind of like a mix. They don't have like a crust, but so I do like a salt and pepper them, let them sit for a little bit, and then toss them in. I don't do like a dredge or anything. I toss them in a little bit of flour and then let them sit in the fridge for at least an hour. And then straight to the fryer after that. Well, out for a little bit and then to the fryer. Just to dry them out. I feel like that's unbreaded. I say a little, it's like flour, a little bit of flour with some like salt, pepper, and cayenne. The Maillard reaction, exactly, yeah. So it's not like a breaded crust, crunchy wing with like a fried chicken kind of thing, but it gives it a nice crispiness that I like and holds up well with being dipped in a bunch of sauces. That's my hot plans for tonight. Okay, so we pretty much finished, I think, examining this room. Purple and blue oval rug is in front of the pedestal sink. It coordinates well with the curtain. Treated yourself to a few games last night? Nice. Like you bought some new games? Window looks out into the yard. Can I like pull this wallpaper? Can I destroy this home that I have been welcomed into? All right, next up. Another closet. This is a rather large closet. You see some tools, a basket full of old rolled up rugs, a gigantic wardrobe and a worn cupboard, a sled, shovel, and a mop lean against the wall. A door in the east wall leads back to the main floor hallway. I have a weird question about sleds. Did anyone else... Did y'all ever call, like, snow caps, like hats that you wore in the wintertime, toboggans? I feel like this was just like a cross miscommunication as a child that stuck with me. But a toboggan is a sled. But for some reason I called hats that you wore in the wintertime toboggans for a really long time. That was just me. Cool. Cool. Alright, good to know. Oh, the new Sam and Max collection? Yeah, nice. A blackjack sandwich has both fun and unique mechanic and story to it. Is it I think I know what you're talking about. Maybe I don't. I saw some game at GDQ that was like that. Just called sleds toboggans. Then it was just me. Never mind. But yeah, I forgot the Devil's Playhouse, I think, the remaster just got released. This is a rather large closet. You see some tool. I already did this and I read it out loud and I've already forgotten. Cool. Look. Wardrobe. Wardrobe contains a stack of old, cracked flower pots, a broom, and an empty keg. The pony keg is probably from the lodge's days as an inn. A pony keg. A broom is leaned against the empty pony. What is a pony keg? Go Narnia, right? Every single one of these large flower pots is cracked. Bummer. That's Jack's job. A keg for for the ponies to party. Do they do keg stands? I have done one keg stand in my whole life. And it was one of the worst, most difficult things. Do not recommend. The walls in the closet are rough-hewn logs. Considering the abundance of trees in the area, you assume it's local wood. Look. Tools? A variety of tools are hanging from the nails. Jack must use these for maintenance around the house. Internet say that calling a beanie a toboggan is a southern thing, so you're allowed to do that. I also called them beanies. But a beanie for some reason felt like a less winter type of that kind of hat. Like the same hat, but you didn't wear it in the winter. I don't know why. Oh, that's so weird. Cool. Good to know. At least one other person out there did the same thing. Resulted in one of your worst hangovers. Ooh. Ooh. Shovels can dig things up and bury things too. Very versatile. Raise with that raid. Thank you, thank you. Yo. I appreciate it. I hope that your stream went well. Welcome. You fondly remember going sledding in in High Park during frigid Toronto winters. Can I look in this? Rugs, wardrobe, cupboard. Back in my day, we didn't do keg stands. We just drank to excess, one glass at a time, like a responsible person. You open the cupboard. Hello, I'm so excited to play this game. How are you liking it? The art is beautiful. It is, isn't it? Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. We played the demo earlier this year, and we're not very far in right now. It's pretty much similar to the demo, or chapter 1. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. What were we all up to? I hope that your stream went well. I see it says retro. The not vaguest of stream terms. There's nothing in here. Dungeons and Degenerates Gamblers. It's pretty quirky and fun. What am I? No, that's not the game that I was thinking of, but I'm glad it's fun. Sounds like you got some winners. These rugs look worn on their edges. They're tightly wrapped with twine. Taking the twine would cause the rugs to unfurl. That would be very untidy. Basically testing some stuff and playing some NES games. Ice Climber and Wrecking Crew. Nice. I'm so bad at Ice Climber. And I don't think I've ever actually played Wrecking Crew, but cool. That sounds like a good time. Oop. Another lovely poster. Oh, this is like the bar, yeah. This is a cozy bar decorated in warm hues of crimson and coral. A trio of stools are stationed in front of an elaborately curved bar. There's an oversized armchair and a striped love seat. A door in the west wall leads to the main floor hallway, and you can see the dining room through the doorway in the north hall. A lithographed poster advertising absinthe hangs in the corner. They love absinthe in this house. The bar stools have red velvet seat cushions and cherry wood footrests. Fancy. That's probably good. Don't let Poe play gambling games in Space Quest. Yeah, I did. It's true. You sit down. her face right now. That's adorable. All right, time to go. We took a little break. The dining room is an impressive sight. A massive Persian rug covers the floor, on top of which stands an elegant dining table and matching chairs. There's a buffet and display cabinet set against the north wall, and a pair of elaborate oriental jardinières are in the opposite corners. A door to the west leads to the main floor hallway. You can see the kitchen through the doorway in the north wall. My body didn't know if it was going to yawn or burp, and then it tried to do both at the same time, and then they canceled each other out. You can see the kitchen through a doorway in the north wall and the bar through a doorway in the south wall. I'm just going to type plant. I'm not even going to try to spell jardiniere. Plants have been trimmed to stunning examples of verdant symmetry. To making burgers? Yeah, I did. That's true. So this is a buffet and a display cabinet set against the north wall. Look, buffet. The buffet has two sets of cupboards, one on the left and one on the right. There is a drinks tray with a crystal decanter and 3 glasses on top. I remember something weird happening here. The way these glasses are made, they aren't useful for much more than drinking, and isn't that enough? Oh wait, this is another death, I think. Maybe I can find more versatile drinking glasses in the kitchen. Yeah. The cognac from the demo, yeah. Welp. You detect aniseed, then subtle spice and honey flavors. The warm taste lingers on your palate. But you are certainly no expert. That's more than I would know. Delicious. Ooh, that whiskey is pretty strong. My goodness, this stuff is going straight to my head. Yeah, I think it was cognac and Colonel's Bequest. But I don't know what the difference is, honestly. Chug, chug, chug. I've probably had my limit. I really ought to stop. Game has auto-saved. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I keep wanting to call her Laura. Overindulged. Please enjoy responsibly. Death 1 of 7. Well. I like that it loops the death music in a weird way. I feel like a lot of times, depending on like what text is available, it won't loop. And it's just, you're kind of left there in the quiet, in the dark of, well, I fucked up. So green, right? Yeah, I don't know if it's 7 overall in the whole game or if it's just 7 in this chapter. I'm not sure. That's just what the achievement says. The cabinet. Hey, Belcher. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, the details, yeah, it's all so beautiful. She did a great job. That's true. I didn't tell her to drink it. You're right. There's a handsome display cabinet in the corner with glass panes to display fine dinnerware. A left cupboard and a right cupboard provide additional storage. Open left cupboard. Porcelain plates. Do I want plates? Probably not. Less fancy plates in the kitchen. Okay. Nice. Wine glasses. The way these are, yeah. Okay. It's hard to see much of the table under the tablecloth, but you can see sturdy cabriole legs peeking out at all 4 corners. The 3 candles very warmly illuminate the massive dining table. They are set in a trio of silver candlesticks. Okay, so I think this is the kitchen. Does this just go back out into the hallway? Mm-hmm. I think that's the study over there. Oh, do we have diagonal movement? Oh my god. Should be using the numpad, not the arrow keys. Okay, that's outside. That's right. Okay. That's right. Look. The kitchen has a rough-hewn rustic charm. The lack of decorations and fine furnishing implies that this room wasn't meant to be seen by the lodge's guests. There are cupboards along the walls and an icebox in the corner. A door in the west wall leads to the main floor hallway. You can see the dining room through the doorway in the south wall, and there's a door in the east wall that leads outside, a strip of yellow flypaper. Whoops. Cool. Hello, Jack. How are you doing? Do you need a hand? No, I've got everything under control here. You go on, talk with the other folks. So many things to look at. The sticky flypaper is loaded with dead flies, frozen in various states of mortal struggle. Flypaper is so gross. Ew. There's fresh flypaper out in the shed, but it's too dark to get it now. Let's leave it for tomorrow. The icebox is a mainstay of any well-equipped kitchen. It contains the cool foods. Crimson Stair Quest. Oh no. You open it. Something about an ice block. I keep hitting enter too soon. The ice block is rock solid and frosty. I probably can't get this right now. As much as you'd like to break the ice, you lack the appropriate tool. Okay, duly noted. Probably. Oh, whoa there! I'm busy cooking up dinner. Get out from under my feet. Sorry, sir. Ah, the glass pane cupboard contains a couple of decorative plates, a pretty blue mug, and some plainer mugs. I want that blue mug. Heck yeah. Totally not be used for murder. No, of course not. I probably don't need pots and pans. The bottom of the mug, oh my mug, has an inscription that reads as follows: AG Studio by Chris Jones, model 360. AG Studio. Okay, it's empty. The close cupboard. Yo.
Gemstone. Woo.
Gemstone. Woo. So excited. 32-bit kid, thank you so much for those bits. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Such excitement, right? The drawers are full of all the random bits and bobs one usually finds in kitchen drawers. I want to see what he's making. I can't remember. Canadian gumbo. The green ceramic mixing bowl on the kitchen island. Jack is mixing in the bowl. Sorry, miss. I got my hands full. Can't chat right now. Fine. Saucepan and a kettle on the stove top. We'll get out of your way. Okay, voices from that doorway. But what's here? Oops. This is Evan Richards' well-appointed study. Next to the ornately carved fireplace, there is a fine tapestry depicting a forest scene. There's a display cabinet beside the fireplace. A fancy desk with brass fittings sits on a plush carpet. You surmise this room was once used by Evan's father, as it doesn't seem to be to his taste. A door to the west leads outside, and a door to the east leads to the main floor hallway. Waste paper basket is carved from hardwood. Nothing under the blotter yet. Two. Oh, there should be a lot more. Are you kidding me? The desk is locked. Unfortunately, that doesn't accomplish it. Okay, so the desk is locked. Bookshelf. The bookshelves contain a set of encyclopedias and various books of general interest. Sounds more interesting than other shelves we've seen. Look, moose. Although the moose head looks pretty impressive on the wall, you can't help but feel a twinge of sympathy for the animal. What is this? Quest for glory? Do we want to call this a cupboard? Yeah. The glass pane cabinet is full of curios and memorabilia, old tarnished trophies, and an assortment of glass and ceramic vases. Day 1 server surge with everyone trying to log on is leading to people not being able to log on onto Steam? I didn't mean to look desk. Why did I do that? Wait, did I say drawer or desk? The desk has no. Okay. Oh no! Onto the Crimson Diamond server? Wait, why would that be a server? What? Day 1 server? Are we all playing online secretly and I never... That would be such a twist. The fireplace's legs and header are carved with simple linear flourishes. You imagine it provides invaluable heat during the long winter months. There's some powdery soot accumulating in the fireplace. Oh, somebody's the killer. It's not me. Didn't you call it? You said it was going to be a battle royale. I probably don't need to do this right now. After a while, you emerge from the tapestry. Doesn't look like much is going on right now, but we can do it. And we get a nice little jingle. Okay, listen at door. That's true, I don't know. When did I start playing this character? Like 11:30, which was a little while after the game was released. Or maybe like an hour. That would be, yeah. So what are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about it? We aren't going to do anything. I'm going to stay out of everyone's way and wait for this all to blow over. What if they find... Shut up. Listen, if you want to talk, we'll do it privately later. Meet me in the study after dinner. No, you don't know. No, we're all Nancy. Nancy? I keep wanting to call her Laura. Evan and Nathan meeting in the study after dinner. So we've talked to... We haven't talked to Albert, Margot, Nathan, Evan. We have talked to Kimmy, Nessa, Corvus. Dang. Even though it only checked off talking to Kimmy? Oh, no, Nessa, Corvus, and Jack. Okay. The conservatory is a stunning showpiece of a room. Surely the expense and trouble to bring this many panes of glass this far north must have been enormous. There's a doorway in the south wall that leads back to the main floor hallway. You see a husky older man wearing a beaten up denim overalls. You see a tall, broad man with long, dark hair and a fringed jacket. Look. Don't see any glasses. Look, plants. The lush plants certainly benefit from the abundant light in the conservatory. Hello, my name's Nancy Maple, and not Nancy. Yeah, like Nancy Drew, but Nancy Maple. And I am a mineralogist on assignment from the Royal Canadian Museum. I'm Evan Richards. Look, you and your friend can stay the night, but tomorrow morning Jack will put you on a train back to the city. But my boss said, oh, I remember how the demo ended. Oh, okay. But my boss sent me up here on behalf of the Royal Canadian Museum. I'm a mineralogist. I've got too much on my plate as it is. What with my sister and that lawyer of hers, and one mineralogist is already one too many. Hello, my name is Nancy May. Okay, cool. So it covered both of them. Hello, Miss Maple. I'm well, thank you. My name is Nathan Cardinal. A family friend of Evan's. How do you know him? The demo was only chapter 1, but with some more rough artwork. As far as I know, it was only chapter 1. I don't know if it was the whole of chapter 1 or, you know. Oh, I don't actually know Mr. Richards at all. The Royal Canadian Museum sent me here on assignment. I'm to survey the land and find out if there are diamonds here. A discovery like that would surely make a splash when the museum opens to the public. Oh, excuse me. You're wasting your time, I'm sorry to say. My family has lived in this area for many, many years and have never found diamonds here. Small red garnets are still plentiful, but of little value. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hello, Mr. Cardinal. Hello, Miss Maple. I hope you're keeping well. Please, Mr. Richards, allow me to stay for just a little while, and Kimmy too. Me, Margot, and Jack is all I want in here. Okay, in this here lounge. You seem like Margot, because I didn't even go to his room yet. You seem like a nice girl, but all this brouhaha is making my head ache. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, and that has the cool, maybe not, maybe I'm thinking, oh god, maybe I'm getting my games confused. Don't mind me, I'm just snooping around. Okay, go upstairs. No response. Yeah, these doors. Okay. This is the master bedroom. Mr. Richards shares it with Margot. You feel a little weird about invading their private space. There's a wardrobe and nightstands to the left and right of the bed. There are 2 doors in the south wall and the door to the east wall leading back to the hallway. Oh, that's because I'm walking in front of it. What if I close this door? Bookshelf contains a variety of books on many subjects. Most of them are in French. The wardrobe contains a few garment bags and folded up pairs of overalls. A cheery framed poster of a woman riding a horse hangs over the fireplace. The fireplace mantle has a vase and a picture frame on it. The picture frame, an empty frame? It's empty, okay. Pale blue with I don't know how to say it, but I know what it is. Hold on. I feel like this is typing ASMR stream right now. I think it's like when you have like not a varnish, but a glaze that's kind of looks like it's cracked. Luring someone with crack. It's something to do with the glaze, I think, on the vase. I'm Googling it right now. Craquelure. Thank you. I don't know if it has cherry blue. I don't actually know anymore. I don't remember. I've had this one for a long time. It's just a Logitech something that wasn't very expensive. Carbon tactile. It doesn't say if they're cherry or not. Glazed donuts. Delicious. I haven't had a donut in so long. No, wait, what? Is it not just the glaze? A craquelure is on a painting is a network or pattern of cracks that develops across the surface as the paint layers age and shrink, like in like oil paints. I think that happens. Easel paintings and most types of paint, particularly egg timber and oil, develop cracks when joined up. But what about like on a oh god, if I look up craquelure on the next, like Google changes that word to fissures, like on feet, on tongue. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I want to know about it in ceramics, pottery. Yeah. I guess it's just when it ages. Cracks. I thought it was a style, but maybe it's both. Oh my god. There's a formula. There are many formulas. There's math. Math in my art. Get out. You can induce it though, yeah. Ah, no, I don't want it. Go away. That's cool though. I want to learn more about, I love learning about like art and art history and different methods of doing things, but not right now, Wikipedia. To crackle math. You open the nightstand. There really were like 4 different formulas for different like thicknesses or something. There's a roll of white tape in the nightstand drawer. Oh, I want that. Go find some fingerprints. You know. Or to fix something that's broken. Favorite thing, like, that was when I was checking which hole for a oh god, which hole gets pregnant? Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the large blue trunk has a metal tag screwed into the top. The tag is scratched and dented from years of rough use. Evan Richards engraved. Can I open trunk? It's locked. Hide behind trunk. Okay. Ah. Nothing. You didn't. It just didn't exist. Yes. Who is it? Just keep silent. So helpful. So helpful. I needed to know which hole. Okay. Knocked. Greet woman. Say hi. Wait, can I knock on? Will she open the door? Yes, who is it? Nancy. Introduce self. There are no women in here right now. Can I open the door? That feels rude. Just me, also a girl, so it's fine. Hey, girl. The boudoir transports you to Fin de Cecil, Paris. It's shiny, opulent, perhaps slightly tacky, and very, very pink. A mirrored vanity is the focal point of the room. Exotic perfumes hover in intensely localized clouds that you can almost see. Every movement stirs air currents that bring new scents to your nose. A doorway to the south leads to a walk-in closet, and a doorway to the north leads to the back to the master room. Thank you. Thanks. I've been practicing. A powder compact is on the vanity. You see a pretty blonde woman in a fashionable dress. Hello there, it's nice to meet you. My name's Nancy Maple. I'm in your private closet. Hi. A pleasure to meet you, mademoiselle. I'm Margot. Welcome to Crimson Lodge. How long will you be staying with us? I'm only here tonight, unfortunately. I was sent here by the Royal Canadian Museum on assignment. But Jack says I'm due to leave on the train tomorrow, according to Mr. Richards' wishes. Excuse me. Golly. I see. I'm sorry we won't get to know each other better. Yeah, me too. Gorgeous dressing screen is decorated with a leaf motif. This seems like Toulouse-Lautrec. I'm gonna say is I can't French. I feel like it seems like his art, if I'm remembering correctly. He did like a lot of advertising, I think, in kind of that era. Or maybe I'm decades off. A dark-haired woman in a crimson dress kisses a middle-aged man with a comb-over at a dinner table. You're not sure what this Art Nouveau poster is advertising, as it's in French. I cannot read French. Margot's walk-in closet is luxuriously appointed. It has an enormous mirror on the wall and an ornate bench in the center of the room. There's a shelf full of footwear, some fancy frocks on hangers, and a selection of elaborate hats. A wardrobe and 2 chests of drawers are surely bursting with more finery. A doorway in the north leads back to the boudoir. That collection makes you a bit envious. The colors and styles are the very latest you've seen in the shop windows in downtown Toronto. You see a yellow hat, a green hat, and a blue hat, and a teal hat. Does that matter? I don't know why I'm writing that down, but I'm writing that down. There are a couple lovely purses under the dresses. They're practically works of art. I'm gonna steal now. I'm gonna steal! When Margot stores her purses, it appears she empties them of their contents, as you should. Most of the shoes on the shelf are high, pointy, and impractical. The lowest shelf, however, does hold some boots. Boots, you say? A row of boots on the lowest shelf. They are leather and look more suitable to tramping around the woods, although you note that Margot couldn't resist a slight heel on all of them. The boots are all size 5.5. Okay. Elaborately carved and sumptuously upholstered in striped velvet. Does she also wear a size 12, right? I mean, no judgment if so, because some of us have big feet and that's fine. 5.5 is tiny, I feel like. You can't use wardrobe in this game. Wait, what? Full of leather boas. Full of feather boas. Not leather boas would be weird. And a rainbow of colors. Oh. Keep an eye out for some feathers. I chose Thief class, yeah, when I was making my character. A full-length mirror with a silver frame. It must have cost a pretty penny. Bah. Alright, see you later, girlfriend, BFF, TTYL. Come on. An ensuite bathroom. What a luxury. You see a classy Victorian bathroom, a pedestal sink, a toilet, and a waste paper basket. A door in the north wall leads back into the master bedroom. Bathtub is currently empty. Currently. Oh, this makes me want to steam a window. I feel like you gotta steam a window. You know what I mean? There's gonna be something. Gotta read a message on a window somewhere. The Titanic. Not like that. Uh-huh. Turned on the sink. Turn faucet. Turned on the bathtub. Flush toilet. Did I save? I've saved recently. Hello? What was it called? Not a faucet, but a... valve. Thank you. I just use a little effect. Fine. Doesn't seem to work. All right. For now, I'll allow it. Can't use drain. Can I take a bath? Can I lock the door? Oh. Oh, try the hostess bathroom. I can't shower in or bathe in here. Yeah, maybe so. We'll keep it in mind. Ton of save files already, yeah. A lot of them are autosaves too. To kind of take up some more space, but are probably something I shouldn't not want just in case. All right, I think that means oh sure we talked to those people, we've talked to those people. Evan and Nathan and the study after. Okay, so it's probably dinner time, I'd imagine. Open door. See if Kimmy's still in here. Yep. Sorry you won't be able to stay at the lodge and see those nesting cormorants. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. I like to live life day by day. Day by day. I'll just wait by myself. No, I won't. Too busy to talk right now. Too dark to go outside right now. Bidet. Appears to be broken, but it's a lovely piece nonetheless. I think that's what it's supposed to be. It's from Wet Hot American Summer. It's introducing the song Day by Day. Look, lamp. Electric desk lamp has a green glass shade and a green ceramic base. Okay, what have I not done? Talk. Okay. It'd be a perfect night for murder, right? I think I can literally just say, like, no. Initials? Corvus? Meh. Be easier. Better for me to actually remember their names. We sound pretty sure that there are diamonds here. Of course, the prospectors have looked everywhere else. That means the diamonds must be here. That's the only way. Just key, yeah, right? What am I missing? Should be dinner time. There's no clocks anywhere, though. We've died. We've picked up some things that I could... Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Probably not actually useful, but it's what I'm gonna do. Use isn't used in this game. You take some of the soot. Aha. Fine black powder, zinc oxide. Do I want to use it? What do I want to use it on, though? Should work well to help me find the fingerprints on smooth surfaces. I need to find a container that will neatly dispense something powdery before I can start looking for fingerprints. I've already got the sticky white tape. This should be useful for lifting any fingerprints I find. Okay, but a container, not a mug, I guess. Good for dispensing. Find a suitable container for powder. Like a salt shaker? Or a bathroom powdering thing? I don't remember this part, which is cool. Nope. To distribute powder, distribute powder. Like a sieve of some sort? Porcelain dinnerware. Don't see a cocktail shaker right now. Okay, I don't think I need a cocktail shaker. That wouldn't work, would it? A chafing dish and some serving platters. Jack's busy with the salt. That would be a little rude. He's using the salt. Hurry up, Jack. Made of metal and has a plug hole. Whoa there, I'm busy. Oh, okay. Very busy. I feel like that's gonna be the answer, but I can't get to it yet. Oh, a vacuum. I was like, what the hell is happening out in the world? With his hand, yeah. That's how you know if it's good or not. Alright, alright. We did all that. We did all that. Looked at her boots. We looked at those boots. Yeah. I feel like there's gotta be more than just these. This one place, at least. Or a secret passage. Have I gone in here? Nope. Completely neglected this door somehow. A billiard table dominates the center of the room. There's a cue stand against one wall and a card table nestled in a corner. A door in the western wall leads outside, and a door to the east leads to the main floor hallway. Massive billiards table, small card table, side table. She gonna check them all? Yes, she is. Let's go, Nancy. Nothing. Cues look to be made with maple wood with nickel radius leather tips. No one here to play with right now. Womp womp. Square card table has lovely maple inlay. Plain and functional. All right. Billiard balls are pleasingly round and colorful, smooth and shiny. Can I have one? Nope. Nothing noteworthy under the table. I don't see anything else on the walls. I can sit on this couch. Lovely. And watch the door. That's pretty cool. I need to be asking people about things. I haven't really done that like at all. That's probably what I'm hacking up. But we'll do that. We'll definitely do that. Let's take another little break. Get some. Oh, I didn't meet my goal. It's 2 o'clock. My water is not empty. Ah, damn. I'm gonna chug it. I'm gonna finish it. It's only noon there. Okay, good. I still have 2 more hours. I'm gonna chug it. It's hard with a straw. But I'm also gonna get something, maybe get something to eat if I can. So get up, stretch, get a snack, get something to eat if you haven't yet. Drink some water. You don't have to chug it if you don't want to. And when we come back, we will interrogate some of our new friends, as one should. BRB. All right. We're back. Hi, McRib. With your skibbity toilet. Steve, good luck at the gym. Thank you. So I like pretzels. I've always been a pretzel person. Like packaged pretzels, not like the big soft ones. The big soft ones are good too, but I feel like goldfish pretzels are unique and I don't know why. They've got a little something different going on. I don't know if it's like MSG or sugar. They got a little something different going on. I feel like they always taste different than regular pretzels. Maybe they're just not as crunchy. Maybe they're made out of the cracker of the goldfish, but with a pretzel coat. The flips. Are flips the two-sided thing? should put this away. I'm an adult. I had leftover smoked chicken and goldfish pretzels for lunch. Yeah, bread and salt. Chocolate covered pretzels? I don't know. I like the sweet and salty thing. But I'm more of a savory snack person than a sweet snack person. Especially nowadays. I like me a pretzel and I like something crunchy. I need a crunch. Right. MJ made corn and smoked a whole chicken yesterday. Even though we're having chicken wings tonight. We have so much chicken happening in our lives right now. But it was so good. Alright. Alright. I need to ask questions. Not about smoked chicken. What do I want to ask? Margot and I got together a couple years back. I ran into her by the train station. Poor thing was lost. The last train had already left, kind of like you and your friend Kimmy. So she came back to stay here for the night. She hasn't left since. She's probably up in her boudoir getting ready for dinner. Margot likes to look for good guests. She always looks good to me. Looks good for guests. Look for good guests. That was not what. Yeah. Ask Nathan. She met Evan and Crimson a few years ago. Jack's in the kitchen cooking for dinner. Leave him be. Nessa's my older sister. We don't get along. In fact, I haven't seen her in decades. She went off to the city when she was 18. And now she's back with that horrible lawyer, Corvus. All greedy and grubby. Too bad there ain't nothing for her here. She's probably in the parlor. She likes it there. It's the fussiest room in the lodge. Ugh, that guy. Snooty. No surprise that someone my sister Nessa likes is someone I can barely stand. He's here to make sure she gets hers, which ain't nothing more than what she left behind when she was 18. I think he's in the parlor with Nessa. Ah, typing. Nathan's an old friend of mine. Actually, I was his dad's friend first, and my dad and his dad were friends too. We get on well. He likes quiet and I like quiet. We don't agree on everything, but what friends do. True. She's here for the cormorants. I thought this was still an inn. No choice but to put her up, I guess. But both her and you are going to be back on a train tomorrow morning and out of my hair. Who am I? What's the guy? The first guy that we met. Not Evan, not Nessa, obviously. Ask about... We haven't seen him since we got here. Oh, it's not on here. What was his name? Albert. Jack set him up in a bedroom upstairs. Not for too long, I hope. Okay. My typing's getting worse as the day goes on. It's not from around here, you mark my words. This whole business is just a waste of everyone's time. About... Canada. Oh, okay. All right. I have my doubts that it was truly found on this land, and even if it was, who's to say that there was enough to mine? Be like the garnets all over again. Ask Nathan about Alf. It's not Alfred. It's Albert. I was like, I could remember that easily because Alfred Hitchcock. No, it's Albert. Yet another new guest. He arrived along with you and your friend, yes? I think I saw him go upstairs to unpack his things. I can't get that H in before that A. A recent arrival, same as yourself. An unfriendly woman. I have no reason to speak with her. Mr. Shaw arrived here with Nessa, Evan's sister. He's a lawyer. As soon as Nessa heard the news of the purported diamond claim, she came rushing up from the city. Corvus Shaw is here to assist Nessa with any possible legal matters that should arise regarding the lodge and its land. He seems to think pretty highly of himself. Jack? Jack works hard, but the lodge and grounds are immense. It's too much work for one man. There used to be more staff, but Evan laid them off when he closed down the lodging business. It was a shame to see them go. This time of day, Jack's usually cooking dinner in the kitchen. With so many extra guests around, it might take longer than usual. Alright, who do I want to bug? Don't want to bug Jack. He's busy. Nobody in here, nobody down there. I guess I could ask... Have you met him yet? He's my aimless younger brother. If he won't take advantage of his windfall, someone else will. Oh, I hit the pause button on accident. I was like, oh no, it crashed it. Evan is a boring man with no imagination or ambition. I can't believe we're related. He and Evan are friends. That's enough for me to not like him. Nathan's father and our father were friends, but I left Crimson before Nathan was born. I've only just met him. Jack's the hired help. Evan needs a bigger staff. This place has become such a dump. He's in the kitchen preparing dinner, I imagine. Ask Nessa about... Corvus? Corvus is my lawyer. I hired him to protect my legal interests. He'll make sure I get my share of the diamonds. All of the diamonds. Ask Nessa about... Alberta. He's from the continent, you know. I haven't had the pleasure of from the continent. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him, but I expect to at dinner. Antwerp. Ouch. I need to clean in here. All those floppy disks are still on the floor, still too. Antwerp sent him once they heard about the monstrous diamond that fishermen found as the diamond capital of the world. Naturally, they would take an interest. The sooner he finds diamonds on this land, the sooner I can get back to the city to sell my share. Nessa seems cool. Nessa sniffs. Don't speak to me about that floozy. Who? Yeah, I don't think that they've met each other. Oh, her. I haven't spoken to her. I assumed she was new hired help. Who am I forgetting? No one? Diamonds are lovely gems, highly desirable, especially in Europe. A diamond mine would be a major boon. Alright, Corvus, it's your turn. Right? Jeez. Diamonds have no inherent worth, but are priced as the market demands, and there is high demand among the wealthy. I should just do F3 and backspace. Mrs. Crab is my client. I'm here to ensure her interests are protected. He's in the kitchen preparing dinner. Nessa's told me that Nathan and his family have been associating with the Richards family for many years. She suspects Evan may try to bequeath the lodge and its land to them after his death. She also suspects Evan may end up leaving all of it to Margot. Naturally, she won't allow either scenario to happen. Push. About... I'm sure we'll be properly introduced at dinner. I saw him go upstairs, probably to his room. Mr. Richards owns his property, at least he claims to. We shall see. I think that's kind of it. He probably doesn't know Kimmy. Don't know the woman. What I know about that would probably go over your head. Okay. I bought them in town. They're the only really palatable thing here. Evan made such a fuss when he saw them. He's allergic, but it's not like I'm forcing him to eat any. Damn, she brought a snack that he's allergic to his own home. Not cool. Don't know what to ask anybody else. Me again, your new BFF. The vanity is lit with a pair of sconces. It has drawers on the left, right, and middle. Margot's powder compact is on the vanity. Powder compact. We might need that when she's not in here. That's probably better than a salt and pepper shaker, I would think. I retro gaming. I honestly, I don't know. I've seen bits and pieces of her developing the game, her streams while she was making it, but I don't know enough to speak to that. But it is, yeah, it's really great. If she's planning to shower, right? Can I just open the drawer while I'm right now? Excuse me, mademoiselle. These are my private things, fair. Ask Margot about Evan. Mon cher, we met in Crimson a couple of years ago. I was terribly lost, and it was so late in the evening. No more trains were running that night, so he invited me to stay at the lodge, and I have not left since then. There used to be many staff here, but now it is only Jack. Evan hired him after he shut down the lodging business and sent everyone else away, but that was all before my time. I only know Jack, and he is a fine man. He is in the kitchen making dinner. It smells so delicious. Diamonds are the finest of jewels, fit for royalty. About, oops, sorry. Nessa. Nessa and Corvus, they came up from the city a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure she doesn't like me, but I barely know her. She's Evan's older sister. Once she heard about the diamonds, she brought her lawyer to the lodge with her. Mon cher has been under so much stress lately. She's probably in the parlor. If they like to do you like stabbing people? Ask Nessa about... I asked her about diamonds. Sorry. The ornate silver chandelier is a bit over the top to your eye. Over the top of us. I'm a little surprised Evan is allowing her to stay, as it's been many months since the lodge was an inn. But Evan is such a softie after all. To speak on YouTube, it's AGS. Well, whatever it is, she did magic with it. Okay, we already looked at the shoes. Oh, examine yellow hat. Oh. You take a close look at the yellow hat, admiring the quality workmanship. Maybe one day you'll own a hat as fine as this. Mmm. We have a green hat. A lot like yours, except newer and made of finer wool. Blue hat down from the shelf. Red silk rose on the blue hat is exquisite. The stitching is minute and even. Hmm. Is a mimic and kills us. Totally not foreshadowing for the second game, which hasn't started development yet. The second game. Hold on. You take the teal hat down from the shelf, mannequin head and all. Bright teal color of this hat isn't faded in the slightest. The underside of the brim is the same gorgeous hue. Like she hasn't worn the teal hat? Okay. Thought I could hide in here. I think I'm thinking of a different game. Geology is not my area of interest. Birds are much more interesting to me. I'd heard there were nesting cormorants in this region. Nowadays they're rare. Fishermen kill them because they think the birds eat up all the fish, but it's not true. Poor things. Huh. During the development cycle, Julia revealed she's going to make a second game. No way. In the VGA art style. Holy cannolis. We've played this game for one day and I'm already super hyped for that. That's exciting. Damn. She's so ambitious. Mad respect. Hey, chill hearts. It does, yeah. I forget about it though. You can only just make out the tiny letter M in the women's boots. Just above the number is 5.5. So those are Margot's. Got them. No well done for that. That's fine. I should have a quick chat with Albert. He mentioned that he'd be... Yeah, where is he? Did I miss an entire room again? Probably. He's up... I think he's upstairs? Bar. Closet, bathroom, and then the chatty room, and then that. I think he was upstairs. Sure as heck did. I mean, I've missed 2 rooms already since we started. So I don't know how, because I feel like I'm trying to be methodical, or I was at the beginning, to go like left, right, or get both of the doors in the hallway. This is a small bedroom, humbly furnished. Albert insisted. I mean, I didn't miss it. I was just trying to keep y'all on your toes. Albert insisted on getting a room to himself despite its size. The furniture in this room is of simpler make and consists of a wardrobe, desk, and nightstand. There's a pitcher and a drinking glass on the nightstand. A door in the west wall. Yeah, Albert is here. Either way, it did give me an opportunity to be snooty. Albert, are you? Never mind. Hello, Mr. Respa. How are you settling in? Please, miss, I'm busy at the moment and can't chat. And now it's supper time. still too busy. I want to talk at dinner. Fine. Thanks, Night. My goodness, what a lot of company we have tonight. This is giving me indigestion. This food is giving me indigestion. Yeah, but it looks good. Jack worked hard on it. Salad, potatoes, and a steak, it seems. Dang. You're welcome to leave. In fact, please do. Ha, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You want different voices for each character? I haven't done that in years. Years. Since like my first stream of Paper Mario. Ha, you'd like that, wouldn't you? I'm not going anywhere until we find out that if that diamond came from this land. And if it did, you'd better believe I'm getting my share. That's what you think. Yes, that's what we think. That's what we're here, what I'm here to ensure. It's harder when you can't read. Hey you, how long is that gonna take? I will begin my field work tomorrow morning. Crimson used to be a garnet mining town, yes? Yeah, but forget about visiting the mines. They blasted the mine entrances shut years ago and they closed it down unless the fish had a pickaxe, broke into the mine, swallowed the diamond, and dove back into the river. Yes, I see. I've never even been there, couldn't tell you where it is. Mr. Richard gets a sour look on his face and digs back into his meal. He looks like he's done with this conversation. Margot, what a lovely necklace you're wearing. Thank you, mademoiselle. Monsieur Richards, I can't speak French, gave it to me. I'm very fond of it. A cheap trinket, misshapen paste gem in a cheap setting. It's a white garnet, not glass. My Evan, he found it here in crimson. Didn't you, mon cher? Never mind, Margot. No one wants to hear about that. Something that I may have accidentally skipped? Well, I think they're both quite nice. Nathan, I read in the newspaper that most of the land up here was once parceled out to settlers. Is that how this plot became property of Mr. Richards' father? About 50 years ago, this land was annexed by the government. Various treaties were signed in exchange for preservation of our hunting and fishing rights and financial compensation. The promises described in those treaties were not honored, by the way. Settlers came, mines were dug, and Crimson was prosperous for a time. But eventually, the mines were exhausted. Most settlers abandoned their homesteads, and Crimson became a ghost town. Only Mr. Richards and his family remained. Yeah, we liked the peace and quiet. We liked it. I always hated it here. I sure do miss peace and quiet. Nessa and Corvus are the first to excuse themselves from the table. They head to the bar for a nightcap. Albert follows them for a snifter of brandy and one of his cigars. Jack clears away the dishes and goes to the kitchen to wash up. After eating a minuscule portion of supper, Margot heads upstairs to draw a bath. A bath sounds so nice. Kimmy heads upstairs to get ready for bed. Nathan and Evan remain at the table, lingering over the desserts. The candles have burned down a fair bit over the course of the evening, leaving small puddles of wax solidifying on the tablecloth. Evan wants Nessie to leave, I don't blame him, right? Give her all right vibes, reason you'll see. We'll get there, we'll get there. I'm sure we'll learn a lot about all of these characters. Oh, my headphones are so warm. What a shocker, right? Jeez. Well, that was a lovely meal. Jack does a good job. Oh, that said yeah, not Usually I wait for Jack to come clear the dishes so Zach can get put off getting up. Looks like he's taken longer than usual to clear up, what with all the extra guests. I feel a little responsible for Jack's extra workload. Maybe I ought to give him a hand. I feel like I've not given any of them real voices. I'm just barely changing my normal voice. Jack is dead. You'd appreciate that. About time someone made themselves useful around here. Okie doke. Full. Hello, Jack. Miss, I'm busy with these dishes. I can't talk right now. You want plates? Those cupboards over the sink, that's where I store the plates. There's some pretty plates in the spare room upstairs across from the bathroom, too. But those are only for decoration. I know about those. Plates, but not for eating on? Wait, what? Oh, do I need like... Am I gonna need plates for like a camera? What'll they think of next? You think Jack or Nathan are gonna survive all the way through? I hope Jack does. I hope Nathan does too. I cook dinner and all the other meals here too. Offer help? Offer help to Jack. Nah, you keep that. Oh, okay. Thanks for the nice dinner, Mr. Richards. Didn't you have enough chatter at dinner, girl? Okay, bye. Jeez. He's my boss. I do as he says. Jack is me? Yeah, actually, though. I already asked about dishes. Ask about... Ugh, everyone. I don't know. Nessa's got a jewelry box in her room. I dust around it. She's pretty protective. You take the kettle, but you resolve not to leave the kitchen with it. You can't imagine someone just walking away with your kettle. My randomness, Rick. Right? So cool. Yeah, she's been doing... Yes. Heck yeah. She deserves, like... I was gonna say all the credit, but no, duh. Yeah, she's been working hard, and it looks great, and it is great. You fill the blue mug with water from the kettle. Do I want to do that? Why do I want to do that? Pet Beauregard. Yeah, I wish I could. Rock solid and frosty. Don't have any hot water. Yeah, I do. Pour the water from the mug onto the ice. A huge block of ice seems unaffected by your actions. There isn't enough water in this mug, nor is it hot enough to affect this big block of ice very much. Can I just use the kettle? Oh, I have to close it. Yeah, I'm going to. I've never left a review on Steam. I don't think ever. Leave a positive review. Wishlist it. Get it. It's 10% off today. It's not very expensive anyways. Kettles are hot. That's hot. You eagerly pour some hot water into the ice block. Aha, some of the ice is melted away, revealing a wooden handle. Oh. Feel like Evan, but there's a bunch of hintability in chapter 1, like he's going to die. You've only seen the demo so far. That's as much as we know too, yeah. I think I did one, but that was only because it was for a Steam event. We got credit for doing certain things, yeah. After a few tugs, you're able to pull out the wooden handle of the ice block. I hit enter again on accident. My pinky is too strong. Looks like I found an ice pick. Oh, Jack must have left the ice pick on top of the ice block. Logically. don't think I've ever left a review on Steam before either. I remember watching an early demo on a stream several years ago. Pretty neat to see the finished game. Yeah. It is very cool. I feel like Steam reviews are really important, especially to like indie games. I should do that more. Of course, look. Matching plates on the top shelf in the cupboard closest to the door have a lovely painted floral pattern. If you had to guess, you'd say the celadon plate on the shelf above the icebox was Japanese. It really is a gorgeous piece of pottery. But we do want to go snoop in the bar also. You decide the best way to enjoy it is from its little shelf. Mr. Richards and Nathan are here. Eavesdropping in their presence wouldn't be appropriate. Nathan. Oh, Nathan here is here. Wow, Jack's dinner tasted as good as it smelled. He grows a lot of the ingredients himself. It's impressive. Jack is a good cook. I've eaten here many times. He's a good cook and he taught himself. He's my jack of all trades. Knowing Jack will appreciate the help, you begin clearing the dishes away. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't need Jack's permission. Yeah, I think because his like coat is the same color as the chair. I can get the hint. Jack doesn't want to be up late cleaning. Fine, fine. We're done here. Oh, thank you, Miss Maple. Well, that gets them out of this room. You deal with the dirty dishes. Hell yeah. This brandy is not bad, surprisingly. I'd better watch how much I drink. I might say something I shouldn't. I feel like unless you want to say something you shouldn't, nobody says that. It isn't the worst brandy I've ever drunk. My wife Gabrielle is teetotal. No fun at all. Teetotal. So I mean sober? Teetotal. Teetotal? A person who never drinks alcohol. I've never heard that before. Interesting. Ah, sounds like a barrel of laughs. You said she's a teacher? Yeah, she loves the little tots. I loathe the children myself. I was basically Evan's mother while we were growing up. I've hated kids ever since. He was such a chubby little whiner. He loved Crimson. Then again, he didn't know any better. Whereas I remembered our real home back in England, Crimson couldn't compare. Have you any children, Albert? Certainly not. Do you think there are really diamonds here? Because if there are, I'm going to get my fair share, no matter what. Maybe so, yeah, because I just said she was English. Or that they were originally English. How soon will you know? I cannot say, madam. Tomorrow morning I will begin my field work. My superiors wish me to be thorough. I may be here a while. Well, I hope you know sooner rather than later. I've never liked this place, and now I have to watch that harlot fawn all over Evan. It sickens me watching him get so easily manipulated by her. Then again, he's never been very bright. Good night, madam. Mr. Shaw. Sup, y'all? just showed up. How's the brand? He looks like he has a smiley butt. Good evening, Mrs. Crab. I'm trying to enjoy my drink, Miss Maple. I'm enjoying a treat, Derek. And I'm having a conversation with Mr. Shaw. Leave us be. I can't I enjoy this drink in peace? Okay, what if I just want to hang out? Don't have any water right now. Albert is the prosecutor. Alright, so they're there. Jack is still here. Doing those dishes. How is sound design so far? Is it as creepy as Bequest? It's been a long time since we played Colonel's Request, but it's good. The music's really good. We haven't really been outside, but the one time that we were, there was some good, like, spooky sound effects happening. I think overall what sound we've heard, though, has been great. Well, I didn't... This is why you save early, save often. You hear muffled voices coming from the study door. Oh, wait, can I not? Oh. They're muffled. Oh, no. Wait, can I? Okay. Oh. Dropping all those eaves. I'm hoping I can open like a secret passage or something. One person they played through this and somehow got outside during chapter 1 demo. It's like an early patch. Yeah, I wasn't able to, at least in my experience. What we did at least. I wonder where they're talking. Can I open the door and not go in? The voices coming from the study have stopped talking. Perhaps they've noticed the door is open. Need help? Not yet, not yet. It's getting late now. Perhaps we'll talk another time. You have a nice night. I have a feeling I know what to do, and I may have done this in a order that I might not want to do. Topanga, where are you? Topanga! It says it's active. Drives me insane. I think I need to hide behind that tapestry and listen, but that means I'd have to get in the room before they do. Which would mean... listening... Not getting their dishes? Don't be polite. Dang it, Nancy. Look, I don't know what else to tell you. My father and your father had an agreement. This doesn't change anything. But what if they find diamonds? What happens to the agreement then? We'll see what we can do about the nosy Belgian. Yeah, totally well hidden, right? Related to the temperance movement, it was officially definitely used in the US. I'm assuming it fell out of standard use after the repeal of the 18th Amendment. Hi, awful. And Margot. I may have skipped something. How many times do we gotta go over this? She's my gal, alright, but a promise is a promise. When I'm gone, this land's going back to you and your family. Simple as that. We've been promised many things in the past. None of them have come to pass. A promise is a promise. We'll see. What about your sister? Nessa? Yeah, that's a complication. I'll figure something out. Just don't do anything rash, got it? I'm deeply concerned. Yeah, get on out of here, why don't you? I'll be seeing you, Evan. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ah, my lip. A note has been added to my notebook. Okay. I want to look. I don't think anything's changed in here yet. Can I get these plates still? Yeah. Yeah, we can still help. Yay, we can do both. Yeah, we're gonna have to re-eavesdrop. Yeah. That's fine. We can also skip it since we've already listened to it. Yeah, I don't think either of them are going to talk to us. Yeah, before like totally squandering it. Yeah, I like that too. Your name is Corvus. Fine. Nobody wants to hang out with me. Kimmy was Kimmy at dinner? Yeah. You helped Jack wash the dishes. Thanks, miss. Lots more dishes than usual. Happy to help. Now I gotta go see to Mr. Crab and Mr. Shaw in the bar. I have to make sure they don't drink us dry. And of course I need to get Mr. Richards his hot toddy. He likes a soothing drink before bed. And I don't want to keep Margot waiting. I forgot about that. Forget about that last one, won't you? Hmm. Mm-hmm. We do have our ice pick. Oh, did we not get it? Do we not have it right now? Shoot. Father's will has to be around here somewhere. Things would be so much easier if we could just find it. If the will can't be found, we might have to proceed as planned. Take our chances. That little gold-digging hussy complicates things. Speaking of that, I found out something interesting recently. It could help us deal with her, but we'll talk about that another time. Good night, Mr. Shaw. Good night, madam. Okay, we'll go back and get it. Where did Jack go? Not to the bar? Okay, get kettle. Thank you for saying that. The ice pick. Yeah, I like her too so far. He said he's gonna get a hot toddy and then a question mark. I need her powder. I hear voices near the doorway. I wonder what they're talking about. Oh. You can hear muffled voices in the boudoir, but the speakers are too far from the door to hear them clearly. Perhaps you could listen at the door with an item that would help. I can't figure out what to use. Maybe someone else would know. Wait, I can't use my mug. It'd have to be glass, wouldn't it? Yeah. I need to go back to the kitchen. Oh, Kimmy's asleep. Kimmy Kashiro, regularly dressed in knickerbockers. 1870s. She's sound asleep. Okay. We talked about there being a more useful glass in the kitchen. Maybe I needed to be closer to here. You open the cupboard. Variety of plates inside. Under the sink contains a pipe that drains the sink. Okay. Well, we got a plate. These ones. So many. Aha! Yeah, it is. It's nice, yeah. That's pots and pans. Let's take a drinking glass. At 200%. It does make it easier to see. With the help of the drinking glass, you can hear a conversation behind the boudoir door. Let's have a look. Oh, Monsieur, you're wonderfully helpful. I cannot thank you enough. I do what I can. Mon Dieu. Sorry about that, but you know we gotta go slow. The pamphlet says so, right? It does. More's a pity, but I think it's working. I think you're just massaging her or something. You hear some muffled cries. Shh, you gotta keep it down, especially tonight. So many ears around. You're right, of course. This must remain our little secret. The voices go silent for a little while. Alright, I think we're done here. I gotta skedaddle before Mr. Richards finishes his drink and comes to bed. Of course, merci, John. Where was he? In the bathroom? Your days and nights are so very long. You got that right, and I'm not done yet. Having all these folks in the lodge, I gotta work that much harder. I'm sure they'll be gone soon. Everything will be back to normal. I hope so. Bonne nuit, Jack. Good night. You hear footsteps coming toward the door. Oh, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen at some point. I thought I had to type hide. Well done, Nancy. After waiting a few minutes, Margot leaves her boudoir and heads downstairs. You manage to sneak across the hall to your bedroom. What a long and intriguing night this has been. Dang, I feel like I missed something with... Well, whatever. Outstanding. Fantastic detective work, Nancy. You're a natural. Phew, I'm exhausted. What an interesting place this is. It's too bad Kimmy and I have to leave on the train tomorrow. Or do we? Later that night. Chapter 2! That was the end of chapter 1. That was like the end of the demo the first time. Chapter 1 complete. I got the thing you were thinking of. Awesome. I'm surprised there's not kind of music happening right now. Okay, Nancy, I'm all ready. Let's go. I wish we could stay here longer. It's such an interesting old place and such intriguing folks. I know what you mean. I can see that you need a minute. I'll meet you at the front door. Thanks, Kimmy. I need a minute? What a peculiar place. All right. I'm a little torn. I feel like this is a good stopping point. Lock boudoir door. We just did kind of everything that we did in the demo. I feel like there was more. Either I had missed it or there's just more in that first chapter.